Hi everybody, it's Josh from JDG. A massive part of our job as letting agents is managing people's deposits at the end of tenancies. And contrary to popular belief, we have no benefit of keeping anyone's deposit. Any money that is kept goes straight to paying bills, so it's much easier for us just to be able to return all the deposit to the tenants. What I've decided to do is put together a series of the most common things that we have to claim deposits for to try and help tenants get their full deposit back at the end of the tenancy. Over the next few videos, you'll see different things that we see all the time in checkout reports and how to avoid them before you move out of your property. Today, we're going to look at the oven, one of the most common things that ends up needing cleaning at the end of a tenancy and is often forgotten because the door is closed and when you've moved all your things out, you forget to open it up and give it a good clean. Now, to get an oven cleaned after a tenant has moved out can range anywhere from £60 or £70 up into the hundreds if the landlord decides to get a professional oven cleaner. But if the oven was clean at the start of your tenancy, that money will be deducted and you will have a claim to get that back. So today I'm going to show you some really easy tips on how to keep your oven clean, part 1. Okay, so before I start, I want to say that there are lots of different products on the market you can use, and the ones I've selected today are the ones that I find most useful for this kind of job. So things you'll need before you start. Most important, a sponge. Some sort of decent sponge with a little bit of texture on it as well. Some decent quality kitchen roll to wipe up afterwards. Now the two main products that I use are a simple kitchen spray. This particular one is a Dettol one, all antibacterial on there, but that helps loosen up some of the grease. Now the fantastic stuff I found that you can find in B&M bargains and different shops like that is the pink stuff. I'm sure you've heard of it. This particular one is a paste. It's got a little bit of texture to it which allows you to scrub off all those hard to reach things in there. But as I say, there's lots of other products that you can find on the market. So what we're going to do today is have a look at cleaning the door. That's often the bit that is missed off by tenants, and in the next video we'll have a look at cleaning the shelves and trays inside. So let's get started. So as you can see, the glass on the inside of this oven door has discoloured, and the more you use it when it's like this, the harder it will be to get off. So I'd recommend regularly doing this to your oven. Inside you can see that the silver shelves have started to tarnish, and the bits on the side also need a wipe down as well. You'll often miss out these little bits of food in here as well. Now they can be swept out by hand, but a good tip if they're dry and they're cool is to use your hoover just to suck them out. But today let's look at getting this glass shiny and new again. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by giving it a quick spray and just allow that to soak in just there. That'll just start to loosen off some of the bigger bits. Now what I tend to do is wet the sponge before we use the pink stuff. Now as you can see, it's just a sort of normal paste, and the best thing to do is get it on the sponge and just wipe it all over the oven until the whole thing is opaque. So at this stage we just want to apply it on there so it has time to work its magic on all the grease and grounding food on the door. Okay, so what we're going to do now is leave that for 10 minutes to soak in. Okay, so 10 minutes later we can now give it a scrub and get it shining and looking its best again. First thing I'm going to do is grab a tissue and just get rid of all those food bits that we looked at earlier. Haven't got my hoover handy right now. That's giving them a good wipe out and they're nice and clean. Okay, so what we're going to do now using the sponge is just go over the whole thing in circular motions to get rid of any of the ground on grease that's on there. Now the extra bits that are in the paste will add a bit of extra sort of scrubbing power to that to make sure it gets rid of all the baked on bits that are on there. So I'm just going to start wiping it away. If you do it in straight motions, it's easier to get all of it off. Once you're finished, grab your kitchen roll to give it a final buff and get rid of any of the excess water. Okay, and we're just about done. Let's have a look at the results. As you can see, after just 10 minutes work, it's a fantastic transformation. Look how clean that is. You can see straight through it. This is the sort of thing your checkout inventory clerk will be looking for when he comes to inspect your property. And if the oven comes back looking like this, you can guarantee no problems. Okay, so that's it for this week's video. Next time we will have a little look at how we clean the shelves inside to get them back looking nice and new and shiny. If you have any questions about anything you saw today, please do get in touch. Give us a call 01524 843322, or you can drop me an email as usual. It's josh@jdg.co.uk. Thanks, bye.